Welcome to our first video review session with No Bones About a Puppy Day School. We are here today to discuss our foundation games, and you will get a training manual as well as instructions from me, usually each week, about what we've been working on, and a little bit of review video so you can see what we've been up to. So this week is really mostly about just getting her confident and comfortable in our training space, getting socialized and comfortable with the other dogs, and introducing two foundation skills. So those two skills are kind of everything that we need in order to progress with the rest of our training. We need what we call name recognition, which isn't necessarily about learning their name. It's about learning that when you hear your name, you stop what you're doing, you look at me, and you find out what I'm looking for. So we call that name game. And then the second one is called hand targeting. So let me give you a little demo. It's just easier for me to sit on the floor with her because she's so tiny. So when we have treats, they're in my hands right now. If I can, I leave them up on a counter, but if I have them in my hands, I want to make sure they're behind my back so they're not completely distracting for the puppy, because otherwise they can't do anything other than think about the fact that I've got treats in my hands. So I'm gonna do a thing called treat toss, which is just tossing a little piece of kibble and telling them go find it. The only purpose of that is to distract the puppy so they're not looking at me, so we can practice the name game. All right, so here we go. Ready? Go find it. Gracie, yes. So this is super easy. All she has to do is turn, we call it a head snap. She has to turn her in my direction and give me eye contact. And I'm not even so worried about the eye contact right now as I am just turning and looking in my direction. Go find it. Little puppies aren't good at finding treats. Go find it. Yes. Gracie. Yes. Good girl. And when I'm rewarding a dog that is this tiny, we go through a lot of treats. So I'm doing go find it's with her kibble, so just little pieces of her kibble, and then tiny little treats, like the quarter size of my pinky. They are so tiny and they're soft so that she doesn't have to sit and chew them. She can finish them in basically one little bite. Otherwise it just takes way too long. Ready? Go find it. Gracie! Yes! Good job! Notice I'm using the word yes. We call that our marker word. That is a word that is going to mark the exact moment that a puppy does something that we're looking for. So in this instance, it would be, say, a head turn. If we were working on something like, Gracie, sit, yes. So if I say yes and her butt, the second her butt hits the ground, I would use the word yes, and then my treats could follow. Pop, pop, pop. Sit. Yes. Oh, there's a good girl. There's a good girl. It's hard to see how name game really works when I'm kneeling on the ground. We'll do a lot more of that over the next couple weeks, but you get the idea. Get the dog to look away. Gracie. Yes. Oh, that was a good one. So she did that really quick head snap when she heard her name. I used my marker word yes, and then my treats followed. And again, my treats are not in the puppy's visual. Ready? One more time. Go find it. Gracie! Yes! Good. Good job. So I tossed the boring thing, the kibble. I have much higher value treats that I use as my reward. Okay, then the second thing that I'm working on, we call hand targeting. It looks like this. It's gonna be, she's so tiny that I'm just gonna use two fingers out to the side. I'm gonna ask her to touch. All she has to do is bonk her little nose to my two fingers, okay? So ready, touch. Yes. It's easier if she's not sitting for this exercise, okay? Most puppies don't want to get up out of a sit. Touch. Yes. And I'm gonna treat right in front of my target hand, okay? Touch. Yes. Let's see if I can get you a better touch. Yes. There you go. Good job. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. Touch. Okay. If I say touch, I put my fingers out and she doesn't move towards them, I put them away. I don't move them towards her. I don't ask her to repeat, or I don't repeat the cue. I simply put it away and I start over. Touch. Again, sitting, not easy. Hi. Touch. Okay, touch. Yes. Make this so easy in the beginning. Touch. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, so why do we use hand targeting? Hand targeting is an awesome activity to refocus our puppy. So let's say I'm out and about, there's something super distracting, my puppy's really, barking or lunging. It doesn't work very well to say, no, don't do that. So what we do is we give them an alternate behavior, like touch. That would be one example. If I'm inside the house and say my puppy starts to obsess about something that I don't want them thinking about, I can ask them to do a hand target. It's just a way to, again, refocus. It's also a way to bring the puppy closer to me and gives them something active to think about so that they're not necessarily doing behaviors that I don't love, but I also can use it for a lot of other positive things. Like I can teach a puppy spin once they know hand targeting. I can work on having them walk next to me by touching my hand. There's so many.
Hi, can you not don't put your butt next to the camera. That's so rude.
That's so rude. So those are only two things we're working on this weekend besides our potty breaking or house breaking, potty training. I'm going to send you a list. I'm going to send you lots of information so you can really start honing in on having her utilize her potty area after long periods of time when she's been confined in her crate. And I know that seems mean, but that's really kind of what we need to do in order to get her to learn to hold it longer, and so that we're not frantic trying to watch the puppy 24/7. So good luck this weekend. She had a fantastic first week, and we'll see you guys next time.